Hey guys, it's Patrick HDX Gaming here, and finally I can welcome you to my long awaited attacking tutorial for FIFA 12. You guys requested it and here it is. First of all, there's one big thing you have to know. Attacking is the best way to defend. While you got the ball in your possession, you can't receive a goal. Okay, you can, but only if you score an own goal, and this isn't the case normally. When we talk about defending, I would highly recommend you to check my defending tutorial if you haven't already. You can find it on my channel or in the description, and I can say that it has so much positive feedback on it. Thanks for that. So guys, let's talk about the basics of an attacking play first, before I show you some gameplay scenes. These basics are one of the most important things you have to know when you play FIFA, so keep that in mind. Your attacking play should be structured and played with patience. You should know where to pass the ball next before you really do it. Your attacking moves should be in your head before you complete them, just like a chess player. This gives you an advantage because you are able to play faster and more precisely. And fast play is the keyword of an attacking play. Take a look at this here. This is me playing, as you can see, and I do 1-2 passing. 1-2 passing is the best way to outplay a defense, because your player who has passed the ball immediately creates space even in situations where you thought there is none. You can see this here, and later on there will be a great finish of the attack. You can do 1-2 passes while holding L1 on the PS3 and LB on the Xbox when you press the pass button. And now the counter example. An attacking move without 1-2 passing. You can see that the opposing defense has more time to order themselves, because I take out the pace from my attack. And if there is no pace in my attack, it usually ends in a long shot or something like that, because there is no real support from my teammates. So let's keep in mind that 1-2 passing is useful to bring in pace to your attack, and this leads into pressure. And if your opponent is under pressure, it forces him into mistakes. These mistakes can be a little gap in his defense, for example, and you guys know that. There is a little gap, you play a through ball and you score. That's how it should be. Let's get to the next point. Crossing the ball into the 18-yard box. There are different methods. You can either cross the ball to the near or the long post, and you can decide between a high cross and a low cross. This all depends on various situations, and you can't say that this or that is the best for this particular situation. So I just give you some tips. You should set your crossing settings to semi or manual to get more accuracy in your cross. Check the movement of your striker so you can cross the ball to the point where he is running to. It's always easier to score when your player rushes into a cross. And now I got a very effectful tip for you. Check this. It's a cross which isn't expected by your opponent and his defense players. It's easy to do, just run down the wing like you do when you want to do a normal cross. But then cut in from the side and run some meters away from the goal, and after that cross the ball to your player at the wide post. This needs some time, but if you can do this, you will be able to score nice and easy goals. Okay, now you know the basics about normal passing and crossing, but let's get into lob passes. Basically, lob passes are very useful when you got a fast striker, because you play the ball into the space, and if you got a fast player, then you are in a one-on-one situation with the keeper. You can do a lob pass with pressing the triangle button while holding L1 on the PS3, and if you are on the Xbox you should press the Y button while holding LB. This is the best situation to do a lob pass. Play a 1-2 pass with your teammate, as you learned before. You speed up your game with that, and when your teammate is nearly at your offside line, do a lob pass over the defense and your player is onside, and it's an easy finish. Let's carry on with counterattacks. Yeah, counterattacks should be played with 1-2 passes again, surprise. But I think you have enough of 1-2 passes, so check out this trick here. When there's a corner against you, make sure to run to the midline with one of your players. If you get the ball straight after the corner kick, play the ball to your player on the midline as I did here, and this is a classic counterattack. Using all the space you've got, and then you can decide to finish the attack yourself or to pass the ball. I wanted to make sure to score, so I passed the ball, yeah. Finishing is another important point. First of all, I will do an explicit tutorial about finishing in the future. But generally, there are two different ways to finish an attack with a shot. You can shoot normally, or you can do a finesse shot. Both have their pros and cons. A normal shot is more powerful as a finesse shot, but not accurate. So I would say, Use a finesse shot to shoot into the long corner of the goal. This works best when you shoot with the strong foot of your player. And in all other situations use the power of your striker to score. But as I said, there will be a special tutorial for it soon, and also how to act in one-on-one situations. So, after we talked about the important points of a successful attacking play in FIFA 12, I'll give you some random tips now. If you got space, use it. Don't pass the ball when you don't need to. Passing is good, but when there's space, make sure to use it as much as you can. You should also look forward to the movement of your opponent. You need to have an eye on what is happening around you. Just like in real life, don't stare at the ball, keep your head up. Be patient. If 1-2 passing isn't working, there's no other choice as playing the ball around to keep possession. If you rush too much, this can end in a goal against you. If you use 1-2 passes, keep in mind that your players are very offensive. What I try to say is, don't do 1-2 passes with your defense players. The risk that your center back tries to replace your striker at the front is too high. And now the last advice. You should only make use of it when you really need a goal. And I mean that, when you really need a goal. I'm talking about the mental tactics. You can find them here. I call them navigation buttons. Press the right one 2 times for a more offensive attacking mentally, and 3 times for ultra attacking. This sounds a bit crazy, and it really is. In the bottom left corner you can also see what you are doing. If you want to go back to a balance mentally, for example when you scored, press the left button of the navigation keys and you see when it says balanced. But be careful with it. When you use ultra attacking, I guarantee for nothing. All your players are so much offensive as the name says, and I can only say, only use it in the last minutes of a game when you really need a goal. The risk to concede another goal is too high. Okay guys, now this tutorial is coming towards an end now, and I put a massive bunch of effort into this, so I would highly appreciate if you like and favorite this video. Drop me a comment and give me some feedback please, this really helps me to improve my following commentaries. Please also make sure to subscribe me if you haven't already, even if you see this video on another channel than mine now. You can find various tutorials and tips about FIFA 12 on my channel, so I think it's worth a visit. So, thanks for watching this video and please share it with your friends. It helps out so much. And I really hope that I improved your attacking play in FIFA 12 and see you on the next video. Peace!